they would be able to see at sight what was purchased, what has been released, and what is remaining. We were concerned that no such record was kept. And we basically recommended to management that whenever they buy fuel coupons, the coupons should all be listed out in a logbook. And there also should all the issues be listed.
Can I put that? You read from the text, both your observation and then recommendation.
To read verbatim, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, well noted. Observation, fuel coupons purchased for generator use are recorded. However, there is no logbook which shows how these coupons are used. Implication, absence of a log.
Go to recommendation.
Recommendation, management should ensure that the generator fuel usage logbook is maintained, often checked and reviewed appropriately.
Okay.
And the third point is on page 7, dealing with bank reconciliation. The observation reads, there was no evidence of review on the December reconciliation prepared for the Trust Bank operating account. And our recommendation is that reconciliations prepared should be reviewed by the finance manager, and they should be evidenced by signing the report. Mr. Chairman, that's where the management letter ends. As I said, the appendix is just a status report of matters previously raised. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Now we can move on to the activity report. And who will do that presentation? The board chair? Who will do the presentation of the activity report?
Okay. Yeah, the CEO will do that presentation.
CEO?
Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think with your permission, I have the report in front of me. So prior to the introduction, which basically deals about the reason for the creation of GIEPA and its objective and mandate. Then we have the visions, and the vision basically outline what GIEPA intends to do and the mission and slogan. So the other thing that deals with it also is the board of directors. It indicates the board members during the period under review, that is from 1st of January 2020 to 31st of December. Then we also provided the organogram. The organogram basically states the management and directors who were in office during the period under review. Once we do the management, then we also explain the structure of the operations of the agency. Basically, the agency is made up of 4 directorates. We have the Director for Investment Promotion and Facilitation. We have the Directorate for Export Promotion and Facilitation, Enterprise Support Directorate, as well as the Director for Corporate Services, which basically serve as the Director for Finance and Administration. Now, to start with, we will look at the investment aspect. We say the agency has registered significant progress in implementing its work plan and activities during the year under review. Although some programs could not be implemented due to the COVID pandemic, that is the COVID-19, it has also maintained a good working relationship with clients and partners and doing its best to cope with the demands and expectations of all stakeholders over the period of the pandemic. The agency conducts its operation with the support from the undermentioned directorates. Now, one of the core functions of the Directorate for Investment is the administration of the Special Investment Scheme certificate. This is a fiscal incentive that government administers through GIEPA. Now, during the period under review, that is 2020, the agency was able to process a record of 19 SICs, which was awarded by the Investment Incentive Award Committee. This committee is a group that contains the GIEPA, the agency. We have the Ministry of Trade, the Ministry of Finance, as well as the Gambia Revenue Authority. So this committee basically assesses and reviews all SIC applicants and give its endorsement. Once that is done, then it is forwarded to the minister for actual signature. So that is why during the period, what we have identified that we have agriculture, that was a banana plantation, poultry and rice production. In terms of tourism, we have development 4 and 5-star hotel. Fishes, we have fish processing. Manufacturing, there was a wheat flour processing, and steel and iron, woven bags, sofa furniture making, soap, and sugary bagging. Then we also have purified water production, and other services entails the medical services and ICTs. So the awarded special enterprises in total for within was about $121 million, $367 and $86. And that is for the next 5 years. And somewhere, because within the SIC you have 5 and 8 years. 5 years means that.
Sorry, are you reading from the text or explaining?
No, I'm trying. No, I'm going through. I'm going through the pages as well.
Yeah, if you are to go through the pages, just read the headings and then briefly.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Yes.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Because I want us to be at the same page length. Thank you. Because I'm on page 9. I'm not sure whether you have that.
Yes, yes, page 9.
Yeah, so that tells you the total value of investment as well as the number of jobs that are going to be created. I just wanted to explain when we say 5 years and 8 years so that the committee.
You just present.
Okay, thank you.
Presentation.
Now, one of them is the Egyptian Investment Group. This is a group that is investing in medical. They just built a hospital next to the Gambia Revenue Office in Kanifing, and they had a poultry farm at Farato, which is operational. Now then we have Swami India International, which is a banana plantation based in the CRR. So as we speak, they are also producing and selling their bananas. The third one that we did was we have Zenite Investment and River Investment, which are all agricultural projects. Then we also have Royal Gambia, which is a poultry farm that is based in Kanuma, North Bank. Then we have Safe Bee. Safe Bee is a manufacturing. They are manufacturing woven bags and other general merchandise. Now, if we go on page 11, we have Sofax, which has invested a planned investment of $500,000. They are a furniture making factory, and as we speak, they also making furniture, and they have a showroom on the Batil Highway towards the turntable. Now we have SRN Steel. SRN Steel is manufacturing iron rods and other metal items. They are based in Kitty, and their value of investment was $744,000, and their planned job creation was 96 jobs. Then we have the Little Star Investment, which is also a soap manufacturing based around Denton Bridge. We have the milling, the GMC, which is a flour milling company that is based in Banjul. Then we have Uni Global, which makes biscuits and animal feeds. That is also based in Keraba Avenue as well as in the Kanifing Industrial Estate area. Then we have LBG, which is a sugary bagging and packaging factory, which is based in Banjul. We have Rahman, who are to invest in to produce and export general goods and a food processing plant. We have the Cooks, which is the 2 5-star hotels that they are doing. It's normally popularly known as Tamala. And we have the Amar Group, which was a promoter, an applicant for a 5-star hotel. And Barara is also a 5-star hotel that is ongoing as well. Now we have ESCAP, which was more like a digital company that was providing home digital terrestrial services for home use. Now Enovax is a medical facility. They are based along the Batil Highway. And then we have the Gamex Amina, which is also a seafood processing facility based in Tangier. So these were the companies that were issued with SIC during this period. Now, in terms of the economic zones, during the period under review, we had consultations along with the Ministry of Trade. Together, we engaged the governor of the Lower River region, and site has been identified for the development of economic zones. Now, the aftercare services is the service that we normally offer both to SIC holders and other businesses. This allows us to interact with the investors to see the progress they are making in terms of their business plan, and this normally was also done along with our sister institution, the Gambia Revenue Authority, as well as with the Ministry of Trade and Finance. Now, if you look on page 17, the bottom shows about the investment leads. These are the inquiries or the facilitation missions that we're undertaking within that period. And it lists the sectors. For example, manufacturing, we have 5, energy 1, tourism 3, fisheries 4, agriculture 6, and others 3. So in total, it was 26 that was facilitated during the period under review. Now, page 18 just talks about the institutional collaboration. These are sister institutions that we work with or other agencies. Now, the next one that we look at is the export. As you rightly know, the agency is charged with the promotion and facilitator of export. So if we look at on page 19, it facilitated the businesses that are based in country, particularly the small and medium-sized enterprises, to take part in the Kaulak International Trade Fair, which is normally known as FPAC. GIEPA accompanied these businesses to participate on that trade fair, which was sponsored and funded by the African Development Bank through the Ministry of Finance project unit at the Ministry of Finance. Now, if you look at in the same period, the National Export Strategy was also developed with the support and help of the Commonwealth. Now, the export strategy is from 2021 to 2025. And within the export strategy, we have identified the produce and commodities that we feel Gambia as a country can export to its region, to the regional market, as well as to the international market. This export strategy was launched by the then Vice President within the period under review. Now, we also developed an export guide. This is where we provide, particularly for people that are dealing in terms of hide and skin, because as you know, there's a lot of hide and skin being produced in this country. Mostly it is exported through our regional, to the ECOWAS countries within the region. And we feel as an agency, there's a big market for this. If you look at the global value of this area, it's about 100 billion. And we feel the need to develop the skills and try to work on the production as well. Another service that we rendered to the businesses during the period under review was the Export Advancement Program. This is a program that we did in partnership with ITC and the C-Trade and Underdoor. And within this period, what we did was we selected about 6 to 9 entrepreneurs that we trained between a period of 6 to 9 months. And this was centered on F1B, because we feel as a country, our food and beverages can be developed for the export market. And we also look at the fashion and the apparel sector. So this export advancement program was geared towards that. Now, the program also provided a step-by-step guide in terms of mentoring and developing these exporters. Again, part of this was also funded by the ministry. Some of it was funded by the Ministry of Finance through the Inclusive Growth and Institutional Support Project, financed by the ADB. Again, here, we train about 30 MSMEs on export-related topics such as the EAP. Another area at the bottom of the page you will look at is the land for investment. As an investment institution, promotion institution and facilitator, what we deem necessary is the need to acquire land and bank land that can be made available to potential investors. And these missions were undertaken with the full support of the Ministry of Trade, as well as the Ministry of Land. So we were able to have meetings with the governors of this region. Now, if we look on the page 23 towards the bottom, that covers our next mandate or directorate, which deals with the support to the micro, small, and medium enterprises. This is clearly outlined in the GIEPA Act, and most of our support is geared towards business development services as well as training. As our desire is to develop and build a vibrant SME sector in country. Now, if we look at page 24, the way we do some of the training is we partnered with the GIZ, which is a German donor agency, and within that period, we trained 150 youths on entrepreneurship. And the training was done in terms of BDS and M&E to measure the performance of the businesses that we supported. Now, in terms of our partnership with the IOM, we also trained 183 returnees during the period under review. And through the support of the UNDP via the Ministry of Trade, we were able to conduct 4 trainings, which in total entails 30 participants in the Greater Banjul area and another 30 participants within the North Bank region. In total, making it 60 participants, of which 75% of the trainees were women. It also, in terms of our partnership with the then Youth Empowerment Program, we using the Empatech model. We also look at the need to fund and recruit 7 trainers that will be doing what we call the training of trainers, because this will enable the institution to have the capacity that we can pass on that knowledge and train the entrepreneurs as well. The agency also worked with the National Assembly in terms of we were invited to partake in terms of the Women Bill. We also took part in terms of the MSME celebrations, which is done with UNTAG. In terms of the CRM, also a CRM software was developed or underdeveloped during that period, which was to try to capture the performance of the MSMEs in country in relation to the jobs they create and their value as well as a sector. So when we look at now the human resource development, what we can tell you that during as with any institution, staff are our key assets, and we endeavor to continue to train and capacitize our staff. So we have staff movements during the year. Staff were recruited during the year. That is, we have an IT assistant that came in January, and an investment promotion assistant in April, and 2 managers for enterprise support directorates were recruited in July after the resignation of the then business development support manager. Then we recruited a finance manager who joined in August of the same year, and a new CEO also was recruited and joined the agency in September of the same year. Capacity building continue to be a key thing for the agency, and with the limited resources we have, we'll still endeavor to try, with the support of the African Development Bank through the Inclusive Institutional Support Project. Some staff were also trained in terms of in capacity them, but unfortunately not a lot was done in 2020 due to the due to the COVID-19. In terms of the financial reports, I think this has been covered, Mr. Chairman. With your permission, I think this must have been covered. So on that note, Mr. Chairman, with your permission, I conclude the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the presentation. Honorable members, we have both the financial statements and report presented and that of the activity report for 2020. And as I said earlier on, we had the GIEPA compliance from 2017 to 2020 treated by the previous committee. GIEPA, your 2021 to 2023 is currently under review by the auditors, is that right?
Yes, I think in 2020, the financial statement is run. 2021, then the term of the then auditors expired. As we speak currently, the Auditor General are auditing GIEPA, and I think the assumption is they will be completing the field work by the end of this month.
That's for precisely which?
2021 and 2022.
21 and 2022.
Yes.
They are currently on the field work.
Yes, they already are the office doing the field work. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Honorable members, this has brought us to the end of the presentation. And we have scheduled GIEPA to appear tomorrow, next week, Tuesday at 2 p.m. for the consideration. But tomorrow we'll continue with our engagement with other institutions. Now, can somebody move that we adjourn the sitting? In the afternoon today, I think we have Pura coming, 2 p.m. Yeah, so somebody move that we adjourn the sitting until 2 p.m. Seconder. It has been moved and seconded that the sitting be adjourned until 2 p.m. Those in favor, please say aye. 2. And those not in favor, please say no. There is a none note. This thing stand adjourned until 2 p.m. GIEPA, you are released. Until next week. Thank you. Please remind the care to be here. Inshallah.